Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. What a glorious day. I don't really want to be doing what I'm about to do, which you know that because you've seen the thumbnail and the title and the stuff. All I want to do is go out in the sunshine with the roof down on the car and enjoy myself. But I need to do this first. So, my ordeal with Pets for Homes is currently over with for now. Hurrah, can't wait. Lady came around this morning, took the last of my available birds, maybe 2 more male budgies could go, and then I'm going to redo an advert, not right now, for some zebra finches. I still have the pain in the arse female green budgie, so she's now going to get a box built. So what I'm going to do in this video is knock up, like I said, box out of this rough sawn timber and get it in there for her, so hopefully she leaves the finches alone and starts nesting herself. So yeah, I'm going to do that before it gets too hot. It already is too hot. Okay, I'm going to crack on with this before it gets way too hot. So to start with, you don't actually need that many tools. A tape measure, a circular saw if you've got one, but if not, a handsaw will do. And that's probably all you need for now. Right, okay, I am kind of cheating just a little bit here because this is actually the base out of an old budgie box, which I've actually stripped a layer of the ply off and I've sanded it all down and cleaned it all up nice and smooth, and I'm reusing it. So I can now work out the size I need for the sides and the back and the front and the lid. So, well, I'm just saving myself a bit of time. If you don't have a budgie box base lying around, spare, which most people don't, then if you look at the card up here, you'll see a video of how I made the hollow on the inside of the base of budgie boxes before. So you could do that rather than cheat. But I'm cheating because it's very hot. So the first job then is to rip the timber down, which will then form the height of the bird box. Now, if you have a circular saw lying around, then now is probably a good time to use it, because it's way better than a handsaw. I keep hearing this really strange bird sound that I've never heard before, coming from the Budgie around the corner by the bedroom. Never heard it. It sounds like young, but I can't see anything in the bush, so just keep an eye on that. But it is a very strange noise. Right, okay, so now I have obviously my base, which was pre-made, and I have my front and my back, and now I have my sides. So I'm going to get all this put together. Now what I'm going to use is panel pins, very small, obviously thin nails, that's what panel pins are, and wood glue. So I'm going to get all that put together, and I'm going to work out my swinging lid. And obviously cut a hole the right size. So after carefully gluing and panel pinning the whole of my box together, I soon realised something wasn't quite right. Right, after taking the box back apart very carefully, because I realised like it just wasn't deep enough and the birds might bump their head, so I kind of like smashed it to pieces, started again pretty much, apart from the base, which, did I tell you, I already had that from an old box. So what I've done here, obviously you can see the sides are higher than the back, and the sides themselves are higher than the front. Now what this is for is because when the lid goes on, the lid is then going to be panel pinned through here so it can swing open, so it should, in theory, it's the same width as the timbers, shut nice and flush with the front so there's no gaps. And I've left the back slightly higher, so when, hang on a second, that'll have to do, I'll fuse that one, because there's bits all over the floor. So, you can imagine that'll be the lid, and it's nice and level like this, and it comes down, and I've left that little bit at the back. That's purely so I can drill some holes and hang it in the aviary. Ah, clever boy. And also, after making so many bird boxes with a great big 50mm core hole, I found, buried in the bottom of the cupboard in a toolbox, 38mm hole saw. That's exactly what I need to cut the birdies at that end, because the cut out the hollows in there, so I need to put it in that side, don't I? And that bird in that Budgie bush is doing my head in. I can't ID it at all. It's just a weird kind of squeaky baby noise. But anyway, right, let's crack on, get this done. Little safety tip for you: don't press the trigger whilst changing a drill bit. No.
Yeah, I know it's in my head.
Now I didn't plan this very well at all, because where the hole's going for the box is right on a great big feckin' knot.
I know we've been here once before. The same old story.
With the hole now cut out, I'm just giving it a little sand up with a 120 grit to make sure the little birds don't get splinters. Clever boy. Hole saws can be quite dangerous, so be careful out there, kids. Always be careful, because accidents can happen. Right, okay, so I've cut my 38mm hole. Can't believe I had that hole saw all that time. So what I need to do now is drill a hole with the bit here. I couldn't find a dowel, so I've got a bit of garden cane. Stick that in there as a little perch. Now I've also cut the lid out ready. So what I'm going to do, obviously it now fits in here lovely, and that's obviously where it's going to be, where it's finished. So all that's going to hold the lid in is literally 2 panel pins, which are over here somewhere, quite long ones. So they're probably about 30 mil. They're nearly 40 mil long, and they're literally just going to be pinned straight through there. Might even pilot it with a very, very tiny bit, like there's almost a... I have no idea what happened to the footage of me installing the lid onto the box. It's just completely disappeared, but you get the idea that I'm using a very small drill bit and I'm drilling through the side into the roof to make the hinge with the panel pin. Not that bit though, because that bit's way too small, you moron. Well, I'll probably need a bigger one, won't I, you moron? So yeah, that goes through there, and the lid just goes up like that, so obviously I can see what's going on, you guys can see what's going on, and then I'm just giving it a quick sand up and might give it a little detail, and it's ready to go in. I should have really took the rest off, because I'm going to have like really bad lines, really bad. And now with the perch installed and trimmed up underneath the hole on the box, it's now time to give it a final sand up to make sure it's nice and smooth, and then it's ready for the aviary. And the final job, not necessary but it does help, and that's to pilot the holes to install it on the wall. Right, there we have it. It's gone really, really well. I really like this box. I've not took my time on it, I've done it quite quickly, but the rough sawn timber, perfect candidate to make this box, and obviously finding the right size hole, brilliant. So it is all good to go, lid fits lovely. Now all I've got to do, because I've obviously piloted the back, go and find 2 suitable screws, go and hang it up and wait. I have an update on the bird in the Budgie bush, so wait till the end of the video and I'll tell you. Right, I'm going in. No, I'm not getting screws. 2 suitable screws and a drill. Right, I think what I'm going to do is probably put it about here underneath the perch, like there was one here before, or should I go above it? Alright, calm down. Might go just above it, just there. I think that's probably the best place for it. Now I did get a little bit carried away with the sale of the birds on Pets for Homes, because the female that trashes the zebra finch's nest making skills is actually the only available female to use this box, because I've actually thought I had 2 spare females, and when I've counted up, I haven't. So it's her box, so I better get it on the wall about there-ish. There we go, 1 box up, done, on the wall, ready for her, hopefully, to use the box and leave the finches alone so they can nest, fingers crossed. And then, obviously, if she has a nice little clutch of eggs and stuff, and babies, then I'll have to reacquaint myself with Pets for Homes, won't I? Which probably is going to happen sooner rather than later, because the circle of life, I already have more life in the box up here. Have a look. I don't know how many are in there, I just heard them this morning. But I'm assuming there's some. You've seen that first. Obviously, I'll see the footage before you see it because I have to edit the video because that's how it works. But yeah, there you go. One little box done and dusted. I'm getting out. There you go, one box in on the wall. Fingers crossed she starts using it because she should then leave the finches alone so they can crack on and relax into their nesting season. And she'll have lots of babies so I can reacquaint myself with the people from Pets for Homes because I'm missing them already. So hopefully in the next video I will be painting the mesh black on the front of the aviary. Haven't done it yet because A, it's too hot, B, I'm too lazy, and C, I haven't got enough hammer art to do it. But I will get it and make that video. So I'm going to hopefully go out in the car somewhere in the sunshine. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, then go down there, give it a thumbs up, tells YouTube it's a good video, and I'll show you more of my stuff, which in turn helps me out. And whilst you're down there, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. That helps as well. I shall see you in the next one soon. Oh, and here's the bird in the bush. Right, okay, I'm going to explain, I feel rather silly actually, I'm going to explain the bird in the bush situation, okay, because I'm going to sneak into my bedroom and I'm going to come over here to the bush. I've got to open the window, so I need to move that, I need to shut the window. So this is exactly what I've done earlier because this bird noise has been driving me insane. So I came out here, and can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear that. There, can you hear that? Do you know what it is? It's the fucking rosebush rubbing on the gutter. So it's not a strange bird at all. It's not even a bird, but it didn't half sound like a bird. It really did. I've had enough now. I'm actually going out in the sunshine in the car. Thanks again. See you soon.
Like a drug that